Yeah, I just started with door hangers and like no money and just made it work. So that was May of 2019. 2020 we did 250K, 2021 700K, and then
Mm.
1.2 million in 2022. We did about 1.5 last year.
Welcome to the Home Service Chad Podcast, the show for home service entrepreneurs who don't just want to make money, but who also want to build elite lives and create impact. Each week, Louis sits down with high performers in home services to uncover the secrets to their success. No fluff, no shortcuts, just real conversations with those doing the work. Now, here's your host, Louis Moucher.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody. We got a big dog in the house today. Straight out of Arizona. Owner of Reach Window Cleaning. My boy Ryan Johnson. Ryan, dude. Welcome, bro. Appreciate you coming
Thank you. Yeah, excited to be here and hopefully provide some value to
Yeah. Let's get a bunch of value going for the people. Hopefully you can get some value from being here too, and all the ears and eyeballs. But yeah, let's just get right into kind of like the backstory, how you got into windows. I know you've been in it for like 5 years, and you've already built something pretty crazy big. So if you want to kind of give everybody the backstory for anyone who doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a little over 6 years in now. I technically started a little before that. I started in a small town and then I moved. So October of 2018 was when I first started cleaning windows. I was going to college. I wanted to become a dentist and just absolutely hated college. It was just felt like the biggest waste of time. I had a buddy up in Utah who he cleaned windows, but he did everything wrong. Like wasn't charging enough and wasn't.
So how did you know he was doing stuff wrong? When I started, I wasn't charging anything, but I thought I was chilling.
Yeah, I mean, he told me, he's like, man, I'm making like $40 an hour, and
right.
Like, oh, that sounds good, But as I started getting into it and learning from other people and stuff, I realized he just wasn't charging enough. He doesn't do it anymore. But anyways, that happened, and then I kind of realized I couldn't grow what I wanted where I was because I started seeing what was actually possible. Met some people who had done some pretty big things in the window cleaning world. So I decided to move. So it was pretty quick. So one of my
how big was that old market?
It's like 20,000 total people in the whole valley. So it's a
Dang.
small. I mean, I grew up in a town of 2,500 people. So
okay,
3 towns that kind of make up that area. It's called the Gila Valley. I had met Josh Latimer. Do you know Josh at all? He's like probably my biggest mentor.
So I listened to like a couple of videos. I listened to one with Keith Kalfas. So I actually looked him up, but I'd never heard of him before.
Okay, so Josh is he was the reason why I moved. He did this like workshop or something. It's just like a free webinar. I think they were selling. It was a webinar to sell SendGym. I don't know if you've heard of SendGym. It's like direct mail software. They do like $500K a month in revenue. Anyways, at the time they did this workshop, and one of the things that he taught was how big your business can get in your area, and the math was like amount of people in your area above a certain income, and then it's like, okay, we can reasonably probably take like 10% of that share of the market. So you do the math on that, and I was just like, man, it's not going to work here.
And then your average client value or whatever.
Yeah, there was some, I don't remember the exact math, but
okay,
this was like a Tuesday. That Friday, my wife and I came up here to look at houses to rent, and we moved like the following Monday. He taught me this, and it was like, I just knew it, like just deep in my soul that it was like, okay, we have to move in order to do what I want to do. My wife was, working a minimum wage job that she hated anyways. So we took a day out, or she took a day off of work. We went and looked at houses, and then we just moved like right away, just because it just felt right. Even though we had no money, we spent all of our money to come here and just started. Door hangers is what we did. I was never a door knocker like a lot of you guys. But yeah, I just started with door hangers and like no money and just made it work. So that was May of 2019. 2020 we did 250K, 2021 700K, and then 1.2 million in 2022. We did about 1.5 last year. So
what happened from like 250 to 750s? That's a big jump. Is that when you got off the truck?
So yeah, I mean, I was off the truck pretty early. We were doing like 7 or 8K a month, which now I don't recommend people to get off the truck that early because It's looking back, it's a little unwise to do that. I think the margins are just too tight. But somehow we made it work.
Yeah.
started getting good at digital marketing, so we were still doing door hangers, yard signs at the time, but then started figuring out Facebook ads and Google ads, and it just started growing like crazy. That was also like coming out of COVID, a lot of like, I mean, stimulus money and things. I do think that all that stuff helped us, so I don't want to sit up here and act like, you know, the market was good. The economy was really good at the time. I think that definitely helped. People were home, they wanted stuff clean. So yeah, we basically added like 500K into revenue those 2 years, and then like after that, my life was changed like completely. You know, the freedom I had and the things that I had after those few years of hard work was completely 180 from where I started.
Dude, so I know everyone out here, there's kind of been a buzz going about service plans. We just started selling them like 2 weeks ago. So we're doing monthlies, quarterlies, biannuals. And I'm realizing like we already have like 8K ARR. And I'm like, dude, we need to get this ripping. But I know you've been doing them for a little while. So I definitely want to talk to you about, you know, how they're structured and how you guys sell them, just everything about service plans. I'm sure the people listening would love to hear that, and I do too. So if you want to kind of get into that, I'd love to.
Yeah. So I kind of ran into this problem where it was like we weren't growing a lot, and it was kind of like depressing after we had those major growth years. So, you know, 2022 we did 1.2, and then 23 like 1.35, and then 1.5. So we grew a little bit, and we're profitable. Like things are good, but it was like, man, we're losing as many customers as we're gaining. So I've known since the beginning that we needed to do something like this. I just never really put it together. So basically what happened is I put together just like a basic offer, just a percentage off, and I brought it to my team, and I was like, hey guys, we need to start selling these, and you know, we'll make a lot more money in 3 and 6 months.
What were you guys at? Like 1.2?
No, this was last year, so April of 2024. We ended up at 1.5. We had done 1.35 the previous year before launching these.
Word.
So I brought it to my guys, like, hey, you know, we need to start selling these. You guys will be busier in 3 and 6 months. What I didn't understand at the time is that my guys don't care about that. Like, they're not really worried about 3 or 6 months down the road. They're worried about today. 'Cause they're not business owners, right? So basically it flopped. We didn't hardly sell any. So then I reached out to Evan at Coconut Cleaning. So before this, we were talking about green mango and coconut. So Evan was the partner at Green Mango, came on later, and then he was like the main starter of coconut with Cam's help. I went to him and I was like, hey, you know, I know that we can sell these. It's gonna work, but what are we doing wrong? And he looked at it. He's like, first, your offer sucks. Like, you need some added bonuses or some extra things to give people to make them want to do it. And then second, you need to incentivize your technicians to sell them, because he was like, they're not going to care about being busier in 3 months or the busy season. Like, they just want like today money. So he started explaining to me what the Coconut Club looks like. So Coconut does it a little bit different, and I've never heard of anyone else doing this. It's really cool how they do it. They do an upfront membership. We're not doing this, but I'll explain like what our offer looks like, and it comes a lot from this. But Coconut does a $3,000 lifetime membership. So you pay $3,000 upfront to be a Coconut Club member. And what's included in that is you get a quarterly carpet cleaning that's $99. That's for like 3 rooms. If you want to add anything extra, it's 50% off. So on sofas or more rooms or whatever. And then you get free air duct cleaning every 2 years. So that's about how often you need your air ducts cleaned, so they'll come and clean them for free every 2 years. And then unlimited spot and spill treatment. So like, for example, I'm a Coconut Club member. I paid them $3,000 to join this.
Nice.
My dog poops on our rug, and I pick it up, and there's a spot. We'll call Coconut, and they'll come clean up that spot for free. So you
crazy.
Like crazy value, right? It's like
they just charge $3K.
$3K one-time
Lifetime.
fee. Yeah. So their business model is focused on selling those.
Upselling?
Well, they do a lot of upsells, but like their main, like they have to keep selling Coconut Clubs.
Yeah.
Super profitable. But they sell over $1 million a year of those signups, and then they incentivize their technicians on that $3,000. The technician will make $700. So this guy was telling me, he's like, I've got a carpet cleaning tech that's going to make $400K this year. It's like just mind blowing, right? So we're not doing that specifically yet, but what I did is I took that offer and I was like, okay, what big bonus can we throw in that makes a lot of sense? And what peace of mind can we give people of like, we're going to come back and touch them up for free? So what I did is we kept our biannual at 10% off. We want to discourage those. This might be different in different markets. In Arizona, it's dusty, it's dirty, things get dirty quickly. So a quarterly is pretty normal. If you're in a market where most people aren't going to do more than twice a year, maybe you need to make your twice a year offer better or 3 time a year offer better. I don't know. But our biannual stayed at 10%. So we kind of want to discourage that. The way I teach my guys is everybody should be on a biannual at least. So they might as well save 10% and be on a twice a year biannual.
Yeah.
Our quarterlies, we do 15% off. They get free track cleaning 1 time per year. So here in Arizona, tracks get super dirty. Like you can get like an inch thick layer of dust in the track sometimes. So once a year, we'll go and do those for free. We usually charge like $200 to $300 for a full house track cleaning, depending on the size of the house. And then we also do unlimited rain touch-ups, which I've gotten a lot of crap on this.
Have you? I wanted to ask you about that.
People don't understand that it's like less than 5% of people that ever even call on it. It's the same with I talked to Coconut about it. It's like less than 5% of people ever call us for a spot treatment. Now, like I've used it.
Like 5% per visit or over a year? Like
just 5% of total people that ever once.
Oh, they'll ever touch it. Dude, that is crazy.
You just forget about it, but the offer up front is great. So basically how we sell our quarterlies is, hey, we're going to come and clean your windows quarterly. If it rains between your quarters, like no worries, we're just going to come touch them up for free. We're going to do the free track cleaning 1 time per year. So essentially you're never going to have dirty windows again. So the right person who really cares about clean windows and like cares about their home's appearance, all over our quarterly.
Crazy. And are there rain touch-ups? Is that just rain or is that like bird flies into the window?
We just do like rain and dust storms. So we get dust storms here, which will dirty stuff up. So we'll do that. If somebody called us about a bird thing, we would probably do it, but we don't like pitch it to people that way.
And then do you just pay your techs? Like, is your team on hourly or performance?
So we're on performance pay, and then they're incentivized to sell agreements. So if they sell a biennial, they get $50 bonus. If they sell quarterly, they get $100. The first month that we like launched the new offer was May of 2024.
Yeah.
And I had 3 techs that month make an extra $1,000 selling service agreements. So they were like that's huge to them, you know, when they're making 3-4K a month and they can make an extra 1,000. That doesn't happen every month. Like during our busy season, we'll sell a lot more than our slow season, obviously. But it was something I just had to figure out. Like, okay, I'm going to put up money up front. It's going to cost me money now, but it's going to come right back to me in 3 and 6 months. So, I mean, today we have like 320K ARR is what we're at right now.
Nice.
This past April, I feel like was the first month where I really started to see the fruits of it. April 1st, we had 61K on the schedule on April 1st. So it was like, finally, you know, we're about a year in. We sold a ton of last October that are repeating now. And not every month is going to be 50, 60K. I think our lowest month is like 22, which is August. That's our starting point. But now we're between 22 and 60 every month. It's just on the schedule. So it's been a huge game changer. It's we're still learning it, like still learning how to sell it right. But
yeah. So how do you obviously, I'm guessing you're pitching it up front when you get a new lead, and then if you don't sell them up front, your techs try and go on the back end. Is that kind of what it looks like?
Yeah. So our quoting process, there's a few automations that bring it up, but we don't push it on the front end. We push it after service. So like, for example, when somebody gets a quote, they get an automated text that's like, hey, we sent over your quote. I also sent you an email explaining how our service plans work. When's a good time for you? And then the email just brings it up, but we're not like asking if they want to do it. We're just bringing it up. And then they get a reminder email the day before service that again brings it up. People, this isn't designed for, like, it's not designed for people to reply to this and be like, I want to do a biannual. It's just designed to bring it up so that it makes it easier for the technician to have that conversation after service.
After the service.
People will respond to those emails or texts and they'll be like, yeah, quarterly sounds good, but that doesn't happen super often. What I wanted to do though is the way I've taught my technicians is to, one, we give a really good result, make sure they're happy. I think the best time to bring it up is when their windows are clean. I'm sure you've had this where, you know, you go in and you clean and then afterwards people are like, wow, I didn't understand like how much of a difference it make, and they're like super excited and things like that. So that's when we like to bring it up, when it's like they're at this emotional high, like everything's as clean as possible. And then the way that we get into that conversation, or what I've taught my techs, is they just ask a simple question of, hey, did you see the email that the team sent over about our service plans? And then it's like, they can say yes or no. It doesn't really matter. You're into that conversation. And then they can just be like, oh, do you mind if I just take a few minutes and explain those? Most of our people are going with this option, and here's why, and then into the pitch. So
crazy. So here's something that I want to hear your thoughts on, because I've talked to guys and they're like, I mean, I think we try and pitch them since we started. We're still figuring everything out, but on the front end and the back end, if they don't sign up. But I've heard that you want to sell them. You want to sell when the pain is the highest, which is usually when they're coming in. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I know people are doing it well. For me, it just makes sense that we give them a great result. We get them to know, like, and trust us, and then that's when it's going to make sense. And like, we do sell them up front. Like, my office manager sells more than all of the technicians. Not all of them combined, but she sells more than them individually, because she just kind of walks into them. Because some people call and they're like, yeah, I just want to get this done like twice a year. Okay, cool. We have our biannual plan, gives you 50% off. We also have, or 10% off. We also have our quarterly, and it's this. So it's super easy for her. But I'm not a big proponent of selling them up front. That's just not what's worked for us. I think a lot of it too is because this is modeled after Coconut's program.
Right.
And theirs is like, you don't even know what the Coconut Club is until the service is done. So it's like, we go, we give them a great experience, they're super happy, then we bring up. So that's working for us. Not that the way you're doing it isn't going to work, because I'm sure it will. I know you're friends with Chris. I talk with Chris a lot over in Colorado, Chris Stocks, and I know he's crushing selling them up front. So I'm not saying that you can't do that. People
Totally, dude. What was I going to ask you? I wanted to ask you something about the Coconut guys. So I know they're big, or at least I know Cameron Bodden is big on like referral programs. I was listening to that video, and now you got one going. What does that kind of look like for you?
Yeah, we do a Texas Roadhouse gift card. I don't think I have an insert. So we have like a customer packet that all of our customers get after service that has like an insert about service plans. On the back side, it explains our referral program, and then there's an insert about Christmas lights and sunscreen installation. And it's just this nice, like, branded, glossy folder that we give to every new customer. Our referral program, if somebody refers us to someone who books, they get a $25 Texas Roadhouse gift card. So you can go, I know you guys probably don't have Texas Roadhouse in Canada, right? But you can go to Texas Roadhouse in America, and they'll like print you co-branded gift cards. So they'll print like your logo big and they're small. So anytime somebody refers us to someone who books, we just send them a gift card. Let me grab one real quick. I'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I don't have one of the gift cards here with me. They're all at my office manager because she sends them out. But we just have like this insert that explains.
Wow.
Like, and then the backside explains.
For anyone who's just listening to this, turn your camera on.
Yeah. So
cool.
So that's
so
our
you text just give those out?
Yeah, so we have like a folder that goes out to every new customer as a, some inserts.
Yeah.
What I don't want is, I don't want any new customer to not know the services we do. Like, I don't want anybody to not know that we do Christmas lights. So like, that's why I have an insert about Christmas lights.
Yeah. Let's get into Christmas lights in a little bit here. I wanted to ask you how you guys bill for your service plans. I know some guys do monthly, some guys do it with the service. What's your whole thoughts on that?
So we started doing monthly. So basically take their total for the year, divide by 12, bill a monthly. I think it's a great way to do it. I think that you can get a lot of, just monthly recurring revenue, which is obviously good for cash flow. For us though, it felt like it just added friction to that buying process. Where we use Square for our processing, and maybe that's part of the problem. In Square, it's a pain to set up a subscription. You have to like create a plan. You got to create an item, and then you got to create a plan and attach that plan to that item, and then you have to create the customer, and then you have to send them the invoice. They have to pay it the first time, and then it starts the bill. So it's kind of a long process. We do some Christmas light payment plans, and we do it there. So what we've done is we just bill at service now. We were initially giving that option, the monthly option, to people, and we still have we have probably about $5,000 a month that just comes in monthly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just ultimately decided not to do that. The other problem too is people will do that, and if they have cash flow problems, they'll struggle early, because it's like you get a $1,200 contract, you go and do the $300 service, you're not getting paid your $300 until your third month on the monthly.
Right.
So that could be a problem for smaller companies. That wasn't why we went away from it. It was more just the friction of the process. But yeah, so just when the service happens, they pay their amount.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot, because we're doing like with the service too. But the thing with us is like it's so seasonal up here that it would be kind of nice to just have cash.
Maybe like 30 grand a month coming in eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we're selling so many biannuals. It's like 10% quarterlies, the rest is biannuals. That it's like if we're billing them 6 times for one service, I feel like that could maybe, people would start seeing it and without getting the service, and it could increase churn. But I don't know. I'm so new to it, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do it that way. I mean, like pest control companies are billing monthly for, even though they're coming every 6 weeks or whatever typically. So that's the cool thing about business, is like there's no one way to do these things. Like you find what works for you and you run with it. Different markets are gonna have different benefits of doing things different ways. So that's what's always cool to me, is like talking with guys in the industry and like seeing like they're doing something completely different than me that's working, and I'm doing something different than them and it's working, and like that's okay.
Totally. Real quick before we move on, I want to know like the biggest takeaway, I guess, that you got from knowing Evan, and if you met Cam too.
Yeah, so I've met Cam a couple times. I've actually like sat down and worked with Evan a little bit. He's a super good guy. Biggest things I've learned from them, I think like those dudes just think differently than most people. Like they grew coconut in like 4 years to 7 million. So just like how quickly those guys take action and like implement and things like that. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned from them. Just like thinking big and then just taking very quick action and just fixing problems as they go.
Yeah.
Rather than like thinking about it forever and like making the perfect plans and then going and doing something. Like just go for it and figure it out as you go.
Right. Sweet. Christmas lights, dude. You guys crank Christmas lights.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing.
It's almost like half your business, eh?
Yeah, 600 of our 1.5 last year. So
that's huge.
That was our 4th season. We didn't do lights our first 2 winters. So yeah, 4th season did 600K.
What are you guys charging a foot?
It depends. We won't go any lower than 6, but we'll sell a lot of 1-story. Here's the thing: is a lot of guys in Christmas lights have like $1,000 minimums, or they'll have $1,500 minimums. We crank a ton of 1-story, $700 30-minute jobs, and we do a lot of those. Those will probably be at about $6 a foot. We're 6 to 8. Throughout the season, prices will increase depending on our demand and how busy we are. We've got 4 trucks out right now, or not right now, but we'll start here, and we're about 4 weeks out from
Christmas lights.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at right now $52,000 booked the week of September 14th. So we've got.
Oh my goodness.
We sell like early install discounts. So each September we'll do 140K in September in lights installs, and then we'll do a ton in October. And what that does by doing early install discounts is it just extends your season, where you can start earlier, get most of your repeat done September, October, and then leaves November for new customers.
And so you guys go the leasing model, right?
Yep. So we own everything, lease it. I think that's the way to do it.
Do you charge the same for like a second time around?
Yeah, so we charge the same year after year, and then we have the early install discount. So that's like probably our most common objection during the sales process is like, yeah, well, is it going to be cheaper next year? And the way that we like explain that is like, no, it's not necessarily going to be cheaper, but every year you can do the early install and you'll save money by installing early. So that's kind of how we, I guess, get over that objection or whatever. But like the right customer is going to really appreciate the lease model. They don't want the lights at their house. They don't have to worry about storing them. They don't even want them. So like we'll just own them. We'll make sure everything always works. That's another thing that we'll do during the sales process. If people are like, well, I used to have this company that sold us the lights. We just tell people like, yeah, the problem is we never know like when the lights are gonna go out or if there's gonna be problems, and if there is problems, super awkward. It's like, okay, is it our fault because we sold them to you, or they're your lights? So this way, it's like we own everything. We're responsible for everything. We make sure everything always looks good year after year.
Yeah, 100%. And you guys charge everything up front, or like take down install?
We do a 50% deposit to get scheduled, and then they pay the rest at install. They don't pay anything at takedown. So
okay,
we have about
cash flow, hey?
Well, yeah, it's really good. We have 210K sold as of today for this upcoming season. So we've collected over 100 grand in deposits. It's middle of August right now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's like, say you got anyone out here who's listening, it's like a lot of window guys, pretty much straight window guys. But say they want to add Christmas lights this year, how would you kind of go about like a game plan for marketing?
It depends, right? I think that's always the right answer as a coach. Like it depends on the situation and cash flow and things like that. I think
say they got like 10K marketing budget and they've got, let's say, like 1,000 customers in their CRM.
Yeah. Yep. So I definitely be texting and emailing our customer list.
Yeah.
A lot, like over once a month. I do that first. I put together a good door hanger campaign. I put together a good yard sign campaign, and I'd probably spend about half of that money on Facebook ads if it was me.
Big Facebook ad guy, eh?
Huge.
I saw that video you made. You're like ranking Facebook ad #1.
Yeah, well, over the last 5 years, we've done like over 2 million directly from Facebook. Okay. But the problem is that most people start Facebook ads, they don't make any money month to month, and they turn them off. Like the reason why we're able to make really good money on Facebook is we're really good at rebooking people. We're really good at service plans, selling them other services. We text all of our customers every month, so we book a ton of people back.
Yeah.
So you've probably heard me talk about this. I talk about this a lot, but that's the problem with most marketing is people don't give it enough. They don't focus on lifetime value. They see, okay, I spent this amount this month and I got this amount back. I didn't make any money, so that's a stupid marketing lever. I'm not going to do it again. But if you can look at the
kind of is if you're not re-engaging and all that, right?
Well, exactly. Yeah, because that's the problem. That's why you've got these guys that start these businesses, and it's become more common with the door-to-door world for whatever reason, where they just go and like crank a ton of first-time customers and they make money, and then like they end up going out of business eventually because they don't know how to rebook them. Like, that's where the money is in business, is on the rebooking, not on the front end of the customer.
Dude, so this might be like a limiting belief, but so I used to rip one email a month, kind of like a newsletter to our customers. Now it's like every kind of 2 months or so. Every month, email and text seems like a lot. It probably is a lot, yeah.
That's why it works.
But like, how do you, you just think that's the play? As many touch points as you can, kind of.
Understand that people are going to unsubscribe, they're going to get annoyed by it.
Yeah.
But other people are going to really appreciate it. I can look through our texting software all the time and see times where we've texted somebody every month for 2 years and they never replied, and then they reply and they're like, yep, I'm ready to get it done. Happens all the time.
Yeah, you just scroll through the
exactly. It happens all the time. They're not annoyed by it. They just weren't ready yet. And then, during our busy season, we'll book 20 to 30K a month just from texting, not counting emails, not counting service plans. I've got a list now of 7,000 people, so like that makes a difference. But even if you're newer and you've got 1,000 people in your database, you can do a couple grand a month from texting or more.
Yeah,
it's huge. And that's why also people are afraid to bother their customers. Like the reason we have 200K booked in Christmas lights is that we've already sent out 5 or 6 emails and 5 or 6 texts rebooking lights for this upcoming
crazy
season. That's why we've collected 100 grand in deposits.
Yeah, holy smokes. Kind of zooming out, you guys are going to do like what, 1.6 mil this year?
I think we'll hit 1.8 to 1.9. I think we're on track to be around there. We've been month over month ahead almost I think there's like 1 month where we weren't ahead of last year.
Okay. What CRM are you guys on?
CRM? We use the customer factor, which surprises a lot of people, but
Yeah, works good for you.
yeah, I started with it. It's very simple, easy to use, like very customizable. I tried House Call Pro a couple years ago. There's just a few things we just didn't like about it, so we ended up switching
Okay.
back.
Cool.
A lot of my coaching group uses Jobber. I know you use Jobber.
No,
Or did you used to use Jobber, maybe?
I used to use Jobber.
Okay, gotcha. What are you using now?
I'm on House Call.
Okay. Yeah.
Jobber, my issue is the plans. There's no plans.
Yeah. None of them are perfect. That's what
Yeah.
like they have to take what. So what's important to me is I had always taught my office. So we run one-man cleaning crews.
Cool.
I was always teaching them to book to $800 per day. So $100 per hour, and then that's how we fill to capacity, and that's our whole scheduling strategy or whatever. And in customer factor, it'll break down every individual technician and their total for the day. So then we can see, okay, they're at 500. That means they have availability today.
Yeah.
Whereas in House Call Pro, maybe it's different now, but at the time it would only give you like a company total for the day. It wouldn't give you individual truck totals.
Okay.
So like it screwed up our whole scheduling process that I had spent forever teaching my office. So that's why we ended up, switching back to customer factor.
Cool. So that's one thing. Operations, you guys rip one-man crews. Definitely
For
the
lights
play.
we do too, though.
Lights you do too. What does your guys' like labor costs come out to? And like
Like
what
as
do you
a
guys shoot for
percentage
per
or-
day? Yeah, like as a percentage.
So we do 25% commission on window cleaning.
Yeah.
So, after taxes and stuff, we're probably closer to 30.
Yeah.
Anybody listening to this, you want to keep your labor 30 or below. If you're in that range, you'll be doing pretty well. For Christmas lights, we do 8% to the lead, 6 to the assistant, and at takedown they split 5, so that's 19 before taxes, probably closer to 25 after. But the capacity is a lot different. So for one-man window cleaning crews, we're shooting for $800 a day. I have guys that can do more, but just on average, that's where we're trying to get. And then for Christmas lights, at early install discount, we're trying to get to about 3,000. So September, October, and then we're trying to get to 3,500 per crew in November.
Okay. Sweet.
So,
Big Mav guy too.
yeah, we've got 4 of them. They've been
Yeah.
good trucks for us.
Is that where you're gonna keep going moving forwards?
Yeah. So our truck lineup. Let's see.
How many trucks you got? You got what, like 9? 8?
We've got in our fleet wrapped trucks. We have 12.
Wow.
One of them's my truck that's wrapped. One of them's our sales guy. So we have 10 like service trucks right now.
Okay.
4 Mavericks. One of them's a sales truck though. We have 2 Ford Rangers. I bought those before the Maverick existed. If I
These
could
are
go
like
back.
the newer ones, right?
Yeah, new Rangers.
Yeah.
Like 20. I think they're 2022s, but Ford Mavericks weren't out yet. And then we have a GMC 1500 that just got not totaled, but it's got about $5,000 worth of damage that just happened to it, so we got to get that fixed. And then I've got a Ford Transit van, the high top ones, because we use those for our sunscreens.
Cool.
Sunscreens are pretty specific to Arizona. It's like thick mesh screens that are designed to help with the heat. So we needed that big van, and then we stopped doing screens in September, and that van turns into a Christmas light truck.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 older Chevy diesels, so like 2001 and 2002 long bed diesel trucks, old man owned. I just wanted to pay cash for those so that the lights trucks weren't, we're not like making a payment on them.
Right, over the winter or over the summer.
Yeah, and then we've got a 2017 Ford Power Stroke F250 that's a lights truck as well. So.
Okay. And you big, like your newer vehicles, you finance or you lease?
Yeah, all of our Christmas light trucks are owned, except for the van that's used the rest of the year, because I just don't want to pay on them. But everything else is leased. I'm a big fan on like cash flow and just protecting cash at all costs.
Dude, totally. All right, so say you're getting a new Maverick, whatever the payments are going to be, with the insurance, maintenance, everything like to do with vehicle expenses, gas, what as a percentage do you want to keep that, like you personally, of what that truck itself brings to your company?
Well, let me do the math. So we consider one truck and one man crew to be able to do about $15,000 a month. Probably about 4 to 5%. Most
4
of
to
ours.
5. That's
are-
good.
We do it. Have you heard of Ford's track lease program? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
TRAC. I don't know what it stands for. It's an acronym.
Okay.
But it's designed for like service businesses. Basically, what they do with this lease program is they'll take your maintenance over the course of the loan and your warranty, and you can even wrap up like they'll do the ladder act for you and wrap it up in the monthly cost or your actual truck wraps. So basically, they take all of your costs, and they'll divide them up over the course of the lease, and then you'll just have one monthly payment. So like for example, we'll pay $600 a month for a Maverick, or whatever it is. And then when it's time to get oil change, we just take it to Ford and they just take care of it. So we're paying for it in the lease, but for like just budgeting wise, it's really helpful just to have that one payment.
That's so awesome, yeah.
The track lease is unlimited miles, so there's not a mileage limitation. And then the buyout at the end is usually like 20%. So on the Mavericks, you know, at the end of 5 years, if we want to pay for them, it's going to be like $5-6 grand to just purchase it.
Oh, so you guys are leasing, not financing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, almost everything we have is leased.
Yeah.
Personal trucks I don't lease, or like my personal vehicles, those are all loans and stuff. But business side, I lease pretty much everything.
Yeah. I just took a loan out for our first Mav.
Yeah.
Like a week ago, not even.
I mean,
now it's
good
ripping.
trucks.
My tech loves it. Yeah. I did the math and I'm like, yeah, I think we can keep it under 5%. So, and we get to drive brand new trucks and show up to jobs with, 2025 Mavs. So
exactly. There's so much value in like the appearance there, and then there's also value in like your guys are driving a nice truck. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how to put a dollar amount on that, but there's value in the way that they feel being able to drive a brand new truck around and like feel like they're a good professional window cleaner and they work for a professional company.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go. And guys are scared of it, but it's like, yeah, like literally that truck can go produce you 15, 20K a month.
Yeah.
You can make a $500 payment on it.
100%. Kind of on that premium, showing up with nice trucks. You got a good brand, obviously. Techs show up in uniforms. I'm guessing you guys are going for like premium clients.
Yep.
What's your whole thoughts on that? Why should people, market to the affluent? And give me your whole kind of rundown.
With overall, one, they're more likely to buy your other services. That's why I think it's so important that like we have a good mixture of low frequency, high ticket services like Christmas lights, high frequency, low ticket like window cleaning,
right?
So that you can ascend these customers up your value ladder, sell them other things, sell them a service plan, and these customers are your least difficult customers. Like it's not a lot of money to them. I'm sure you've had this where like somebody will like beat you around on price, and then you do the work and they like want to nitpick everything. It's because like $200 is a lot of money to them, so they're going to make sure everything's perfect. And then you go and do the $1,000 cleaning for the wealthy person, and like they don't even look at it. Like they don't even care. They just want it done. It's just an easier person to work with, and it's going to be harder to attract that type of person if like you don't have a brand and you show up in a beat up truck and like your techs are smoking on the property. Those people do not want that type of person at their house or that type of company. A lot of it too comes up to like, it gets to the point where it's like, if you can show up in a nice wrapped truck, they're like proud to have you at their house. It's like a status symbol to have Reach Window Cleaning show up to your house, or like Green Mango or Coconut Cleaning. So it's
that's crazy. If you can have your company, like people know, and it's like a status thing, dude, that's what you guys are going for.
For sure. And we're there, like we've been there. But.
Yeah. Crazy. The other thing too is I guess if you're going for premium, it's probably going to be higher tickets. You can spend more on marketing. You can spend more on leads.
For sure.
It's going to be lower. Heck yeah. Do you want to kind of hit anything else on the operations side?
I mean, not that I can think of.
Obviously, performance pay is huge.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's huge, and it just keeps your numbers in check all the time.
Yeah.
And the right technicians are gonna like love it.
Yeah. 100%.
It keeps them from just biding time. They'll get to where they're efficient. They start making more money per hour. Like, there's not a better way to do it.
Yeah, dude, our labor was at like 40%. We were ripping 2-man crews. Now we're just straight 1-man performance. We're at 25 too. Guys are making way more. Labor costs us 30%.
Were you just paying a lot of overtime, or?
Before?
Yeah,
Well, so this was last year. It was two-man crews. You know, two-man crews are less efficient because it's like
for sure.
you can't be perfectly always doing something. Our prices were way too low. I was paying my guys like well, but
Were
overall
you
it
paying
just
them
didn't
a
work.
percentage, or were you just paying a lot of overtime?
No. This was when it was at 40%. We were paying hourly,
Okay.
just straight hourly.
It's just too high of an hourly rate.
It was too high, and yeah. Now we're down to it costs us 30%. It's great. Techs are making more.
Yeah, that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Right where you need to be to
The
be
other
like,
thing too is like, dude, techs don't mind working alone.
uh-uh.
I was like, oh, they're gonna get lonely, but nah.
No, especially the right ones. They'll just want to get through their day, get paid well, go home.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, like if you move techs around, that's like
Yeah.
the name of the game is keeping people around. We'll go up to about 18 to 20 total employees in the fall, but right now we're down to like 8, and it's our core 8. Like these 8 have been
Like
with
8 techs or just 8 everything?
techs, operations manager, screen builder right now who become Christmas light techs. So right now we have 8 guys. One of them's my operations manager, but those 8 have all been with me between 2 and 5 years. Every single one of
Nice.
them. And then we'll add on, a handful of seasonal employees. Probably about 10 of them is what we'll need this year. But it makes such a difference if you can have
Yeah.
people that are
How do you
just
keep
around.
guys around?
I mean, a few things. One, it's
Retention,
tough
right?
in certain markets. Like when you
Yeah.
have to shut down, a lot of it is how you, how do I explain this? Like how you pitch it to them. Like one, you could bring people in, you could say like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're going to have to shut down in the winter and it's going to suck, and we'd love to have you back. Or you can say, hey, we're going to make really good money right now. You can take the winters off, you can go collect temporary unemployment, and then we'll come back to work, and then we'll just like make sure you're saving money. So the way that you pitch it to them is one thing. 2, these like our core guys are around year round, and then we have our temporary guys as well. You just gotta take care of them. Like sit down, talk to them. We do like regular interviews. I try to go over like their goals and what they want out of life, so that I can help them get there. Just showing that I care. We do.
Where'd you learn that?
I don't know.
Is it
It's been
Tommy
a
Mello?
while. What's that?
I heard Tommy Mello. He's big on that. He's
Yeah,
like,
maybe that's
he's
where
got he's got an employee or team member, and it's like that's their job is to check in with people.
Yeah, dream
on their,
manager. Have you read that?
yeah. That's what it is. That's what he calls it.
Yeah, Tommy's a good dude. I've met Tommy a few times out here, but that's one
Yeah,
thing.
he's out in AZ, right?
Yeah, that's their first. I mean, they're all over the country now, but the first A1
Yeah.
garage door was here, and Tommy lives out
Do you
here.
see the trucks quite a bit?
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Or maybe not every day, but like, they've got over 100 trucks here in Phoenix. So.
What?
Yeah, no, it's insane.
What about Green Mango? You see those everywhere too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I saw one yesterday.
Nice.
And I also live like 10 minutes from their shop too, so it's like, I'm bound to
Yeah.
run by them. But we also do fun stuff with our guys. Like I've got a wake boat. We'll go out to the lake a couple times a year. We'll do a big Christmas party. I'll spend like $5,000 on a Christmas party at the end of the year.
Wow.
Doing fun stuff, bringing in good food. Just try to take care of them as well as I can. Like they need an advance, I almost always give it to them because I'll have them pay me back. I try to do as much as I can for them. Probably not perfect, but it shows though. Like if you actually take care of them and you treat them like human beings, a lot of them will stay around for a long time, which will save you a ton of money and energy and time in the future.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this year, going into Christmas lights, I've got 4 lead techs who are with me now, and then I have 2 assistants coming back from last year. So we're gonna have 8 total Christmas light techs, and 6 of them have been with me for like 3 years. It's like, the value of that, to be able to just like start our season with only needing to train 2 of our 8 people on Christmas lights. Like it's huge.
Yeah, training costs a lot, eh?
Yeah, it costs a lot.
Time.
And then what costs even more is like when they screw stuff up and they like don't do things correctly in their first few
Right.
weeks, because it's like bound to happen. That just doesn't happen when you have most of your guys coming back.
Yeah, 100%. So, dude, 1.8 million. What's a healthy bottom line you guys are shooting for?
Anything 20 to 25, I'm happy with. We
Yeah.
had years where it was 10 as we were in like hyper growth mode. We
Right.
stick in that. I think we ended at like 22 last year. So anywhere 20 to 25 is good. You get up to 30 in a scaled home service business, that's like a unicorn.
That's huge.
People
That's
act like
Tommy
that's
Mello.
normal. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Normal, but people will say it's normal. It's really not. Anything above 20 though, over $1 million, you're doing pretty well.
100%. And so you have, how many office managers do you have? And
Got
production managers?
one full-time office manager who is local, and then I have a Philippine VA. She works weekends, so she works Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
Mondays and Tuesdays are rough right now, so I'm about to hire another VA who can work Monday through Friday. So that way we always have 2 people on the phone. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we technically have 3 because of the overlap of the schedules. So I'm about to hire another one before our busy season starts.
What's your thoughts on like going VA versus local or mixing it?
Our VA is good. Like, don't get me wrong, she's good. She does a good job. They're never going to be as good as an American, in my opinion, at least from what I've seen. I've had a couple of VAs now.
To answer on the podcast.
Whoa.
Give me something to talk about. So if you do have questions, go ahead and
podcast
DM me
just
on
started.
Instagram
How did
at Ryan the Window Cleaner.
All right.
No worries.
How my Apple Music started playing my podcast. That's funny. I just don't think a Filipino VA is ever going to be as good as an American on the phone, talking to people, and no matter what, they're going to have a little bit of an accent.
Yeah.
So I think having a core main office person that's local is important. I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't say American to you, but just like a local person who like understands the area and understands how people talk, and I think that's important.
Cool. And then one production manager.
Yep. So one ops manager.
Like 8-ish vehicles, 8 to 10 guys.
Yeah, but like right now we have 6 out. We'll have 10 for Christmas lights. So the fall is super busy for him, but the rest of the year he's not like crazy overwhelmed with stuff. We have that season of about 10 weeks where it's like a lot going on, but besides that, it's pretty good to have one.
100%. Well, dude, we got like 15 minutes here. I wanted to ask you, like, because we're obviously both on Instagram, stuff like that. I find it tough, you know. I'm not even doing coaching or anything, but just having 2 things going and like splitting time and all that stuff, you know. Like, how do you manage that? And also, what do you focus on, you know, like?
My focus right now is on my coaching group. Reach Window Cleaning does its thing, continues to grow without me spending a ton of time on it. Now, if I spent all in on it, it would grow faster. But I'm happy with where it's at. It pays me well. Coaching is something that's really like fulfilled me. Like I'll get off a coaching call and I'll be like more energized than when I got on it, because it's just like exciting to me to talk business and help people get these breakthroughs and things. Planning my weeks is super, super important. So every weekend I'll spend about an hour just planning my upcoming week, putting on the calendar everything that's important. I'll put time with my kids and time with my wife on my calendar. I'll put our date night on our calendar.
Big Dan Martell guy, hey?
What's that?
Said Big Dan Martell guy?
Yeah, yep. Schedule and everything.
So Dan Martell actually lives where I just moved like a month ago.
Oh, cool.
We're opening, up here in Kelowna. If you want to come by, swing it with your family, come do the hike. You'll meet him on the hike.
He does it like every day or what?
So it's because he's obviously super busy, but I know he like loves to meet people and stuff. So every Tuesday morning, 6:30, there's this mountain that he hikes. There's like last week, this Tuesday, it was like 70 people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But no, Kelowna's beautiful. If you ever want to come visit, let me know.
Yeah, I need a passport, I think. I don't have a passport, so.
Really?
My wife and I have been talking about getting them. We go on cruises and stuff, and you don't need one for a cruise, but.
Yeah.
We have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, so like it's been hard for us to travel the last few years. We're just now getting to the point where it's like we can send our kids to one of our parents and travel a little bit.
How old are you, by the way, Ryan?
I'm 27.
Wow. Crushing it, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I also coach high school basketball, so I can't leave from November through March, like during our season. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say scheduling. I'm a busy guy, like running, $1 million company in Reach Window Cleaning. The coaching business is now at $1 million run rate. Mm-hmm. Coaching high school basketball, which pays like $5 an hour probably, but I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So just like scheduling my days, delegating as much as I possibly can of my stuff, so I'm just spending my time on high value tasks.
Do you have an assistant?
I did. I fired her. I need to get a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, she started calling out sick like once or twice a week. I just couldn't rely on her. So
Was
I got
she
rid
like
of her.
in person or VA?
Yeah, in person. So she'd do a lot of like
Wow.
she'd do, she would run to the store for me. She would check my mail. She would do like any kind of paperwork. She would book all my travel.
Nice.
But yeah, I fired her. I need to get a new one. I was kind of right now is not too busy for me. Once like October, November hits, I'll be a lot busier. I'll probably have another one hired by then.
Mm-hmm. Heck
It's a
yeah.
game changer though. Like when she was good,
Yeah.
but like, it just I don't know. She has health problems or whatever. I just couldn't rely on her. So
Yeah, fair enough.
but you can do a VA and at least like your schedule and stuff gets done. But I think in person can be a
100%.
lot more valuable. They can go grab lunch if you need it or whatever. You start to value your time. Like
Crazy.
if I do Dan Martell's like metrics to the value of my time now, my time's like worth $400 to $500 an hour. It's like I shouldn't be going and grabbing Chick-fil-A and like I DoorDash a lot if I didn't like pack a lunch, but just in general, there's like a lot of those small things that
Yeah, it's like you go do groceries, it costs you $500.
yeah. But we do like Walmart. I mean, my wife doesn't even go to the grocery store now. We just do Walmart delivery, which is awesome. But
Yeah.
you start to think that way, and it's like, okay, should I really be doing this thing right now? No, you probably shouldn't. And some people,
yeah.
their value of their time is pretty low, so it's fine to do whatever. But once you get to a certain point, just got to start delegating as much as you can.
100%. Quick sales question. Lead comes in from Facebook. You get the notification. What does the whole sales process look like?
Yeah, so we use Go High Level. So our landing page is built from Go High Level. So as soon as they
Do you guys do lead forms or like landing page?
landing page, yeah,
Straight
I'm
up.
a big fan of landing page.
Wow.
Not a huge fan of lead forms. Yeah,
Okay, how come?
they just seem to convert a lot higher, and they bring a higher quality prospect typically. Like if somebody's actually going to the landing page, reading about the offer, filling out the form, and then from that form they're going to get an automated text. Our goal is to get them on the phone. So the text that goes out is like, hey, this is Tony with Reach Window Cleaning. Just a heads up, we're about to give you a call to schedule your spring window cleaning or whatever the offer is that we're pushing. And then we try to call them. If they don't answer, we'll put them in a left voicemail status, which means that it's going to follow up with them for the next 7-8 days. But yeah, it's like speed to lead is super important. So that's why it's really important that you have a automation where you're at least getting a text out to them and then getting them on the phone as soon as you possibly can.
100%. Well, dude, we got about not too much more here. I want to kind of give you the stage, if there's anything you feel like we didn't hit that you want to touch on.
Yeah, I feel like we covered most of it.
I feel like we kind of went around your whole business,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. If you guys have any questions, you can look me up on Facebook. You'll probably find me. Ryan Johnson's a common name. However, like you'll probably have a mutual friend with me. Or on Instagram, I'm at Ryan the Window Cleaner. I've got a podcast as well. It's the Window Cleaning Millionaire. I try to just give as much value as possible there. So those would just be some good ways to get to know me a little bit if any of your listeners want to.
Heck yeah. Any books or anything like that have kind of changed your way of thinking or influenced your business?
A lot of them. I've got some of them sitting
Any
right
like big hitters that people might know about? Not know about?
Not know about. So Buy Back Your Time we were talking about. I've actually got
Yeah.
that one's huge.
I feel like that one's kind of mainstream.
Yeah, for sure.
It's getting there.
Alex Hormozy just did his massive book drop. $100 million offers, I feel like changed my life, honestly. Like starting to really understand internet marketing and like how to create good offers and how to have a good upsell process and like a value ascension ladder or value ladder.
Crazy. And bringing that to Windows.
Yeah.
What's like a high level overview of how you guys do that?
I mean, it's pretty simple. It's first time into a service plan, or if not, into a monthly text for the rest of their life until they tell us to say no.
Right.
And then into higher ticket, Christmas lights, sunscreens are about $1,000 average ticket for us. And
Dude,
then,
or stuff like the rain touch-ups. That's an added bonus that doesn't cost you anything. Or
Yep.
barely anything.
Yep, and eventually, if pretty soon, in the next few years, we're gonna have $1 million of annual recurring revenue. And if every time it rains, I have a truck that goes out for a couple of days and does rain touch-ups, like it literally does not matter. On that $1 million, we're gonna net 600K. All we're paying is labor on once that contract is sold. So yeah, that's basically it. But those books are good. Early on, the E-Myth was super important to me, just starting to understand the like business owner versus owning a job thing. Like and that's why, you know, very quickly I was able to grow because I was able to get myself out of the field, focus on higher level stuff. So I think those are the main ones that I'd give right now.
Heck yeah. Right on. And people can find you IG if they want to reach out.
Yep.
Curious about what you do.
Yep.
Right on. Okay, well, we'll wrap it up here. Dude, cool. I appreciate you coming on. People listening, go check out Ryan. Go get service plans going. See you in the next one.
Does this go on YouTube or like do you have like on Apple or?
Yeah, this will go on YouTube, Spotify. I don't got Apple going yet, but yeah.
Cool.
Right on. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Ryan.